2023 Polestar 3 vs 2023 Toyota bz4x. Everything you need to know about the 2023 Polestar 3. The midsize electric crossover from Volvo's sub-brand Polestar is its first vehicle in the SUV segment. There are many stars in the night sky, visible to varying degrees without a telescope, their light reaching our retinas after traveling for light years to reach them. When stars are visible right at the spinning axis of our planet, the star appears to be static, with no discernible movement around the night sky as it stays in the center of the rotational ring, a Polestar. Volvo hopes to be a shining constant in the expanding electric crossover universe too, with its Polestar sub-brand that began life as an exciting performance-oriented version of a few of Volvo's more humdrum models. Today the brand's slowly growing range is an interesting and quirky alternative to the more obvious mainstream offerings. We check out the 2023 Polestar 3 to see if it is a bright young star or an already fading white dwarf in this competitive segment. The bz4x is offered in XLE and limited trim levels, and either can be had with a single motor and front-wheel drive or dual motors and all-wheel drive. Upgrading to dual motors and all-wheel drive costs $2,080 for either trim. Standard equipment includes a panoramic glass roof, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and safe exit assist. The Limited's additional features include a motion-activated power liftgate, a heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats, a multi-view camera, 20-inch wheels, and Softex full-leather upholstery. The Limited's niceties make it worth the extra spend, but we'd stick with the standard front-wheel drive powertrain, EV motor, power, and performance. A front-wheel drive, single-motor setup is standard and offers 201 horsepower. That output exactly matches the Kia Niro EV and the front-wheel drive variant of the Volkswagen ID.4. The all-wheel drive version has two motors, but power increases only slightly, to 215 horsepower. That's a lot less than the all-wheel drive ID.4, 295 horsepower, or the all-wheel drive Hyundai Ioniq 5, 320 horsepower. In our initial test drive, we noted perky acceleration in both the front and all-wheel drive versions, but you shouldn't expect to beat any Teslas in a drag race. At our test track, the most powerful dual-motor version managed a 6.4-second run to 60 miles per hour, which is respectable but hardly exhilarating. The bz4x's ride is compliant over bumps without feeling overly soft, and the steering has a decent amount of weighting. Regenerative braking can be augmented via a button on the center console, but the bz4x stops short of offering true one-pedal driving that we're fond of in other EVs. The 2023 Polestar 3 is a stylish and capable electric crossover SUV. It's called the 3 as it follows the 1 and 2 in the range, and the brand intends it to be a premium luxury crossover with a performance focus. Arriving for 2023, although no date is currently given, the BEV is stylish depending on your point of view of crossovers. It certainly stands out though up close thanks to its exterior details. In white in the press renders, the car features sharp, raked headlamps and various details such as the chrome side strips, compact rear lights, subtle aeroblade scoops at the back and a small integrated wing up top on the trunk. Range, charging, and battery life. The two bz4x powertrains have nearly identical batteries, a 63.4 kWh battery pack in the single-motor version and a 65.5 kWh pack in the dual-motor model. The EPA range estimates for the FWD single-motor model are 242/252 miles, limited/XLE, while the all-wheel drive version comes in at 222/228 miles. When we tested a dual-motor model, we were disappointed with its 160-mile highway range result. If you're doing mostly city driving, you might not feel the range pinch as much, but this result ties the Nissan Leaf for the lowest highway result among EVs. With a Level 2 supply, the 6.6 kW onboard charger can replenish the battery in 9 hours. At a DC fast charger, Toyota claims that adding 80% charge takes just under an hour, with peak charging rates of 150 kilowatts for the front drive variants and 100 kilowatts for the all-wheel drive models. Buyers also receive a year of free charging at EVgo locations. Fuel economy and real-world MPG. The bz4x is rated as high as 131 MPG in the city and up to 107 MPG on the highway. On our 75 miles per hour highway fuel economy test route, our dual-motor limited test vehicle returned a disappointing 86 MPG. For more information about the bz4x's fuel economy, visit the EPA's website. Interior, comfort, and cargo. The bz4x has a spacious, airy interior, and the dashboard incorporates a digital gauge display and a 12.3-inch central touchscreen. Wireless smartphone mirroring is standard, and navigation is included for 3 years, after which it's available via subscription. The wide center console between the two front seats features standard wireless smartphone charging and open storage underneath, although there's no glove box. An optional feature in the Limited is a radiant heating element in the lower dash that warms front seat riders' legs. There's also no frunk, and the rear cargo hold is 26 to 28 cubic feet versus 38 for the RAV4. The most interesting exterior feature is arguably the front aero wing that allows the air to slide over the hood and provide stability at high speeds. The frameless side mirrors are also a cool feature. Despite its rounded and curvy high-riding shape, angles and lines are the theme, and inside, the cabin is similarly minimalist and Scandinavian. A clean dashboard with wood or aluminum trim and a centered 14.5-inch portrait infotainment screen combines with the smaller 9 digital driver's display. Materials used in the 3 will be sustainable and eco-friendly, with certified animal-friendly Nappa leather as an option for the seat upholstery, and the wood used in the optional trim is also sustainable. The seats and trims look minimalist and smart, with touches like contrasting yellow safety belt textile making the 3 feel modern and refreshing inside. Infotainment and connectivity. All bz4x models come standard with a large 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability, as well as a 7.0-inch digital gauge display. The system is fairly well connected with cloud-based navigation, an onboard Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless smartphone charging all included. A 6-speaker stereo with Sirius XM satellite radio is standard, but buyers can opt for an upgraded 9-speaker JBL stereo system on the Limited trim. A panoramic roof, air purifier, multi-zone climate control and the now essential ambient lighting complement the optional Bowers & Wilkins audio system with 25 speakers and 1,610 watts of power. Yes, you read that figure correctly. The interior design of the Polestar is clutter-free and sophisticated, like the Fisker Ocean for example, and includes design flourishes and noteworthy materials and colors that help us stand out, like the BMW XM. Electric performance under the hood of the electric Polestar 3. The Polestar 3 uses adaptive air suspension and features torque vectoring, as well coming as standard with Brembo brakes. Polestar says on its website of the chassis, an SUV that doesn't handle like one. Polestar 3 has been obsessively engineered to reduce body roll and create a dynamic and balanced drive. Perfectly tuned suspension components, structural stiffness, true torque vectoring, and low battery and motor placement ensure responsive handling and unparalleled road stability. Based on a dual-motor, all-wheel drive setup, the 3 comes in 2 versions, like most electric vehicles today. A standard long-range dual-motor setup provides 489 horsepower and 620 lb-ft, good for 300 miles on a charge, and a 4.9-second dash to 60 miles per hour. The optional long-range dual motor with performance pack offers 517 horsepower and 671 lb-ft, good for 4.6 seconds to 60 miles per hour and a lower 270 miles on a charge. This arguably makes the standard version look like the one to buy, considering the modest power and acceleration gains at the expense of precious miles. Compared to the Tesla Model X, the latter makes around 670 horsepower from a dual motor setup and takes an official 3.8 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour while having a 350-mile range. Safety and driver assistance features. Like several other Toyota models, the bz4x will come standard with a suite of driver assistance features including pedestrian and cyclist detection, lane keeping assist, and automated emergency braking. For more information about the bz4x's crash test results, visit the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTSA) and Insurance Institute for Highway Safety (IIHS) websites. Key safety features are likely to include: standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, standard adaptive cruise control, warranty and maintenance coverage. Toyota matches what its competitors offer, but it provides above-average coverage when it comes to included maintenance. Likewise, its electrical component warranty is an industry standard. Limited warranty covers 3 years or 36,000 miles. Powertrain warranty covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. Electrical components are covered for 8 years or 100,000 miles. Complimentary maintenance is covered for 2 years or 25,000 miles. The Plaid model is even faster and boasts up to 1,020 horsepower. The verdict on the 2023 Polestar 3. Polestar's 3 is not necessarily in direct competition with the Tesla Model X anyway. The Model X starts from around $100,000 and the Polestar 3 from $84,000. The 3 also comes with a much more refined and original exterior aesthetic and inside end. While the Model X is also minimalist in its design, it is arguably behind the 3 when it comes to luxury and sustainable design. Presumably, the Polestar 3 also comes with Volvo's engineering and build quality prowess as standard, making the 3 good value compared to alternatives like the Model X. The Swede's remit after all isn't to be the fastest crossover, it is arguably to provide a luxurious experience along with a performance-oriented theme. 5 seconds to 60 mph is still objectively fast, and the fact that the 3 looks so good in all areas, at least on paper, makes it almost a surefire bestseller. Unless, of course, you are one of the many on a tighter budget right now, in which case there are a multitude of other crossover BEVs on the market, like stars in a crowded sky.